All right, in this video, I want to go over who had the most elims in Solo Cash Cup Final and watch their fights and break them down. Now, Big Polish Cat had 127, which was like the third highest. It's still Polish Cat. I do not recognize the name Polish Cat, but I do. You can't see it because my face cams away. Gentleman Polish was his previous name. I recognize Gentleman Polish. Okay, man, he's going crazy in the Solo Cash. That's 127, but the highest in EU and across NA. There we go. Big FV, aka Shark. So yeah, we're gonna do another Shark video because I wanted to watch him fight. He also dropped like 2 20 bombs in here. So this is across all like the 2 weeks. So the first week 26 kills, and then he also won with 16, which might be a higher elo game, so it might be worth watching. This one dropped 27, so I think we're just gonna watch the 27. Let's be real. All right, corruption drop spot, 2 other people. That's all you need to know. You're now running, immediately ramps up, goes above. Oh, what a lovely piece. Man, Shark is one of those players I love watching. You know, we just get some exquisite piece control, right? Goes up for the window, jumps up, cone to make sure you can't get ramped over. Also gives him the angle to look down rather than placing the floor. Hits the first shot through the window, 63. You know, I'm sure everyone knows this by now. Shooting through the windows doesn't like lower the damage of the shot by any means. Floor ramp. Double edit. I can't believe you can actually grab the back wall from there. I wouldn't think that looks like it's too far to be able to grab that wall, but he does manage to. Full boxes him. Lovely little right-hand peek. I was going to say the spot that he was standing like so close to the middle is a good right-hand peek there, but maybe it is from the other player's POV. One tack shot. Guy flips it. This is too slow now. Go on. Speed up. Speed up, Shark. Tacks, and then just sprays through to finish off the fight. And he almost gets hit by a bang there, but beautiful piece. Insta key into this other player as well. Playing pump AR, but it's a gold AR. Slides down to the back. I love that. Ooh, almost gets dropped in. Nice response with a ramp. Beautiful shot to open things up. Ooh, okay, it's looking a little dicey. Oh my god, there's some lovely edits. Filthy. This fight started off very nicely. So you can see from his POV here, like there's a missing wall in the back, right? There's nothing here. So he builds off and slides off the corner here as he takes his pickaxe out. Why is this one line taking so long to disappear on my screen, by the way? There we go. Okay, thank God. It's gone. Pickaxes once, takes the pump out, and then manages to place a couple builds. Goes up a layer. Now he's in angle to pickaxe it, but if this guy like edits, he can't hit him, so he's not like double pickaxing from the same spot. Now, does hit a little juicy peanut butter. There's a good awareness from Shark to notice that there's not like a ramp in there. He tried to place a ramp at that moment there to block him. He gets dropped. He tried to do it again there. And now he runs... Oh, sorry, he placed the floor, not that. And he runs out and angles himself to make sure this blocks over this other player's head, which is so nice. The other good thing is, like, if you do this to someone, they always reset the wall. They nearly always will reset the wall. So, good work. Like, Shark's obviously played enough fights to understand he's going to do that. Instantly takes out the pickaxe. Doesn't get the wall. Holds the pump out. Nice shot. Blocks him with the thingy. Now, these are some of the, like, really awkward angles and edits, right? Not this one. This is a little odd. Like, he instantly drops to try and replace the wall. So it's these edits here, right? Grabbing that wall, hitting the ramp edit there to give himself space. Like, a lot of players, I think in that scenario, would, like, hit, like, a peanut butter or, like, have a middle window with, like, really bad awareness. But he has the time, because he's quick at editing, obviously, to hit that. Now he's still got the right-hand peek. 60, puts the ramp through and resets. He does get hit a little in return. Jumps up, doubles down, full pieces, tries to get the cone in, but doesn't. Jumps up. When did he? Oh, he puts that floor as he's jumping up and finishes him off. All right, this fight's quite interesting. There's a lot of nice little mechanics to this. Firstly, he starts off with a bunch of doubles onto this to obviously block the exit from this other player. A little bit of damage to open the fight. Edits down with a cone. Now, a lot of the attempts that Shark does, obviously, like, super common to approach wall diagonally like this, but there's a few setups that Shark does that always kind of puts him on this left side of the box. Even if you're going to be, like, right-hand peeking through this wall here, being on this left side of the wall is really important because it just kind of negates the amount of edits they can do. Like, say if you're standing here or the back side in this tile, they can peanut butter here, get a good shot, they can middle window, but even if you're just on the left of the box, there's very minimal edits that they can do to actually, like, get a shot off onto. So you'll see this, obviously, he's attacking here from that angle. Gets the top row. Tries to get the cone in. Doesn't. Then player jumps out in front of him. He has great awareness to firstly like get the cone, edit it up, and then place this right wall to give himself exit control. But he actually has 0 ammo here. So, you know, in another scenario where he's got bullets, he'd be able to reload or whatever. You know, he'd be able to reload, just reset, get a shot, kill him. So the fight could be over here. But he has good awareness to not just reset the cone and be stupid. He's taking his time. Goes to reload, then he would be able to take the shot. But because the player now starts spraying, He tries, I think he tried to go for the pre-fire there. I'm not sure, but it didn't reload in time because his gun takes so long to reload. So he goes out that wall he placed, jumps up. The awareness to know that this wall was his, or not his, behind him, sorry. Like, he remembered that wall's his. He's probably going to try and come down there. So he then drops down onto this. Remember what I said before about being on the left of boxes and things like that? He's already going down onto that left side. Like, his muscle memory is obviously, to when he's dropping onto a wall, to drop to the left. So he's got, like, the best peaks, best shots. Also gives you better visibility, right? Because it shows over your right-hand peak a little bit more from the left. Unfortunately, he gets slide kicked out of it, which is funny, I'll be honest. And now he jumps up, and yet again, look, he spends the time to reload. It's not, I'm popping my minis and healing. It's, I'm going to reload because this shotgun takes forever. And then, guess what's happening? He drops down, and look at this position he's standing on this wall yet again. He is to the left. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Nice high walls. Middle window, reset, nothing happens there. Tries to get the cone, fails, angles up, builds up, getting shot from the back, protects himself, and now it's just a little bit on the walls. Goes to the left, takes the time to pop them in, or fake pops the mini, and then manages to kill him again. So basically, every single time he was moving to a new angle, he always dropped down at least on the left of the wall. Got another player sneaking on him, hits him, instantly gets good damage back. First thing he does, not pop a big, it's reload the shotgun. What a surprise. Guy's above him. Now that guy's got height, he takes that time. Whoa, nice shot there. All right, that guy just wiped out. I was going to say, he's taking the time there. Once the other players are taking height from him, that's the opportunity to sit and reload. Because when he's above you, you can just sit, look up, get some information on him. Because, you know, is he going to drop him? You kind of get an angle, whenever it is. Then it's time you can reload, pop a couple splashes, and keep going. Another fight to third party. Insta-cones. Oh, we're going to get this darkness bug again, unfortunately. Ooh, tried to dash in, but messed up the mechanics. Oh, this guy just manages to run away, so he's changing targets. Gets hit. Unfortunately, there's a bug in replay that just keeps making things dark, as so it's going to keep flashing for the rest of the match, which is insanely annoying. I have reported it to Epic. But the way he fights this is really nice. Okay, so player's on his wall. He drops down, edits the cone, goes up, insta hits. He loves this like double the ramp floor edit. Like this is like a third or fourth time I've seen him do this now. Tries to crouch under. Can't really see because of the shot, but obviously the pixels make it hard for him to see, but he does get hit. And unfortunately, a lot of this fight, he does piece him multiple times, but only hits the minimum. Now, it's great awareness. See, that guy's going down, so he jumps down, or like sprints down to the side, gets a window, tries to crouch in, doesn't get it, goes back up, does the same thing. Now, again, swings to the left, so he can try and replace this cone, so the other player can't see him whatsoever at all here. Doesn't get the cone, ping. It's not zero ping, so it is a bit little tricky. Sprints around to the side, he has his edit control. He's in. Gets the ramp, edits it. Similarly, fight could be over there, but he only hits a 90. He's down. Other player hits a good shot as he's trying to back him out, right? Drops down, misses. Now this guy's running a match. Look at this peak. Look at this peak. Obviously, this is not a peak here to try and hit him, because this is like the leftiest peak. But he peeks here to see what the other player's doing. And he scouts him, and then he can kind of block that angle. That was a really, really nice peek there. So he's just watching him. He can see his crosshair on him all the time. Blocks. He knows this guy's got no ammo. Waits for him to shoot. Insta dead. Very, very nice. It might actually be the first person I've ever seen to wear the Jebediah's head. Obviously, shows where you are on the map and prevents headshots. If you're Wkeyer, it's actually really good. It's just that, like, most people are not. All right. Anyway, he gets a couple kills here. Sprints up. This guy's just... All right, this guy's just lost. He's just straight in the box. Marco carries me. Probably does, to be honest. Other guy down low. Finds him straight away. Ooh, the middle window full. Okay, literally, I don't want to call those guys two drones. That's not what I want to say. But I'll be nice. The two not so amazing players. Insta quick dead. Problem is, a lot of players aren't able to quick dead players that fast. Even like the non-good ones, right? And that's what drags a lot of these fights on. So there's one trend here I've seen quite a few times within Shark. This was really nice. Firstly, before I get to that, let me hold on. So he weakened this cone, didn't break it, and then placed the floor underneath, edited it, and had the wall there. So now when he just swipes through this cone, I thought he was gonna place a ramp above him, but no. He's such a nice angle, the right hand. Like, obviously he's not fully covered, but you don't really need to be like entirely covered by any means. We would be able to get the shot, but that player is pretty quick on the cone edit. Now with that same window, he's able to like swing in and try and replace the cone, but the other player does get out. He takes the time to reload, yet again, very important. Jumps from underneath, tries to go for the wall replace, but because he's weak now, has that time to pop the mini. And this is the same thing, right? As we mentioned before. What was I going to mention with that? I had some epiphany earlier, and I was going to come back to it, but I've totally forgotten what it was. Oh, I remember. Okay. A lot of the times, when he's weakened someone, a lot of the times he'll not prioritize healing himself. Like in this scenario, right, when you're 150 HP, I feel like a lot of players, you've got a splash. Like you'd pop a splash to get up to 170, right? He still has the HP advantage generally here. You know, what the other guy's got like 130? Yeah, 131. Whereas Shark has like, you know, 150. He took the time to pop a single mini and then just straight back into the key. You know, there's a couple fights we saw earlier that was very similar. You know, he doesn't wait until he's 200 HP every single fight. He just gets him weak and goes in. In that scenario, quite risky because, like, you know, you could easily get one pump there, but the speed and the pressure of that catches a lot of players off guard, though. Yeah, this fight was really nice. This guy was boxed up. You can hear him kind of heal for this minute. Maybe I just skipped that, but Shark knew he was healing here. Same thing. Approaches the wall, takes it, and instantly runs over to this wall he grabbed earlier. There's a video, I don't think it'll be out. It might be out on my main channel by the time I posted this, but talks about what you can do when you're actually wall replacing and like the options you have in there, things like that. Shout out to Slyjack. There's I give him a lot of credit for a lot of the stuff that was in this video. It's gonna be really good. But in this scenario, right, this guy's got like a ramp over his head already. If Shark's here, right, he maybe hits like a middle window on this and starts spraying it to replace it. Like the other guy can just go, right? Since this guy has 2 layers between him, you know, one of the options here really is, rather than wasting the time of that, because this guy's almost definitely gonna get out the box anyway, he just replaces the wall, doesn't try to edit, runs around the side where he's got this wall and just edits with the cone here. Had the other player then edited backwards, right, because you've got the ramp, so the chances are you could go left, you could go right, or you could go back. Most players don't go to their left because Shark, for example, let me go to the camera mode here, right? Shark was already replacing from here, right? So Shark's replacing from this angle. The other player is not going to edit out of here and run towards him. I mean, unless he wants to full piece him, which he probably could have because he's not got this wall. But a lot of players obviously usually have like the wall in this slot here, like you'll place it as you go down. So most players don't run out the left. So a lot of times they're either going to run out the back or the right. So for Shark here to replace the wall, run out the right to pre-piece him makes a lot of sense, because say if he doesn't even, like, say this player goes out the back, if he goes out this side, he's pieced him as he did, and if he goes out the back, he's already rotating around to get to a new angle onto this wall as well. So, you know, the rotation of this makes a lot of sense. The only thing is if he goes out the top, but it's hard to go at the top when you've got a ramp covering your head already. So, you know, nice awareness and decision making here. Obviously gets the full box, nice reset, peanut butter too, insta-dead. One thing I also noticed that if you're a middle window connoisseur, something you've done a lot, right, is that when you see Shark here, right, drops down, places the middle window. Now, from this POV, especially if the other player's actually on a cone, which in this he's not yet, but if he is, it's actually really hard to like see anything through a cone when you're standing on one. So if you do a middle window, you kind of have to go straight, you know, close to the wall in order to do this. Or, you know, that's why a lot of people just do a top row or they do a peanut butter when they're standing on a cone, because it actually gives them visibility. But Shark has the good muscle memory here to crouch as he does an edit, as you can see. So like almost every single time that he does a window edit, he walks to the left and does a little crouch. Like this is a goated edit. Like if you're from this guy's POV, obviously you can't really see here because he just placed a ramp, but you know, he's way behind the wall from his POV there. And you can see him now that he's crouched. It's not as hard to hit like a max headshot, obviously, if the other guy is on a cone, but he's still got the muscle memory built up to do that. Then he sprays through, replaces his own cone. This guy starts getting shot. His sprint jumps up, double pickaxes in, and he's dead. I pose a question here. Something I've been thinking about, because this is twice in a row he did this. Is it easier... See, he's jumped onto a floor. Is it easier to phase into someone's box? Obviously, this guy's not paying attention. He's literally looking the other direction, right? But he did it in the previous one. Is it easier to phase and like double pickaxe into someone's box if you do it on a floor rather than doing it on a cone? Something worth testing. This is just hypothesizing right now. I'm not sure. I will try and test that out at some point. Maybe not. It won't be in this video, unfortunately, but maybe it will be. No, it won't be. All right, now is a Krusty's pistol. By the way, I skipped 2 elims there. People always ask me in this, what happened to elim 13 and 14? You skipped them. Or what happened to this endgame? You skipped it. It was probably just rubbish. That was it. It probably just wasn't anything worth talking about. All right, let's see what's happening here, though. Insta edit. Tried to replace. Didn't manage to get it. Reset. Runs around the side. Again, doubles a bunch. I think the one thing about this that I always find interesting is like where to edit, right? Like say for example, if you've spammed a bunch of doubles, like where's the tile that you should actually go to edit? This is the second time that Shark now has done the diagonal box. But this also makes sense for a few reasons, right? So for this guy, edited out and gone, you know, diagonal. He comes forward and then goes back one. A lot of people often do this too, right? But if he chooses the diagonal one, that means he can grab the walls on the left and this side as he falls. So say this guy's just boxed one tile here. This means he's going to grab the wall between them. And if he boxes out to this side, he's going to grab the wall between them. And if he comes here, then he's going to full piece them. So by kind of choosing the diagonal double here is the option. He has like 3 box options essentially and where he can edit in. Obviously this guy jumps his face and he just manages to kill him. All right, this fight's kind of interesting because this guy's actually decent, you know. This guy puts up a pretty good fight in this. So starts off instantly getting the cone in, gets him pokeballed. This guy does a good job to like double pump to replace the cone there with his own ramp, so he managed to avoid the shot. Then gets the floor. Tries to edit in. He would have just gotten straight in there had he timed that properly, but unfortunately messed it up. Does the same thing again where he tries to go for the diagonal, right? Because the player was in here. He tried to go diagonal into this to grab this piece. But the other player gets out. That means he's now above him, replaces his own code. The other guy gets that low wall, so he edits. He's kind of getting pieced up, but he's creating good space. Look at this. He runs under, and again, also, even, you can see Shark even goes diagonal, right? Like, most people end up going into this box, you know, had this guy double pieced here instead of going for this floor above, then he could have got the doubles over him, but he didn't in this instance. The other guy then, as Shark is splashing, goes for this. This is, like, a very, very common angle to try and get pickaxed on, because it's really hard to get the shot. But he just does a nice double edit up with the low peak here to try and get the nice shot. Fortunately, the guys run away. Unfortunately, at the end of the fight, it's not really that interesting. He just gets the wall. They trade shots, and then he double pumps when this guy's phasing. But lots of nice little small things in there. This fight's low-key disrespectful. He gets hit for a 96. And as he's popping the mini, as the other player, like he sees the footsteps, this guy dropping down to the wall, hit the edit. This is like, this guy could not be caught any more out right now. Pickaxe isn't even started to swing, and he's fully exposed. Hits the shot, gets the ramp off, immediately hits the edit up. Full box. Like, that's just disrespectful, man. And now he's just popping out the mini. Obviously giving himself time to heal. He's not just going to edit on his face. Really good to, like, show some restraint there, right? Managed to get out. Now he does get a little adventurous. Goes on the left hand here. Gets hit yet again. Luckily, only got hit little. But one thing I think, because this is a dead game, right? One thing he does really well here is he keeps moving. He's still following and tracking this person as he's healing. He's not just like, oh, I'm going to box up, then I'm going to chase him, right? He's taking his time, which allows him then to sneak up and get that big shot to open the fight off. Or well, not really open the fight off. It's already been going for a while. Now he sees the players going up. This is a scenario, I swear to God, I suck at this so bad. Like, when another player's building up above me, like, I'm so bad at actually cranking on them to catch up. And then look at this full box. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Right, there's 8 other people left, and he gets 27 kills, which means he literally kills every single one of them from this point onwards, which is interesting. Ooh, gets hit with a bang there. Oh, that's getting dicey. Oh, Shark, what are we doing? The tree peak. Okay, nice. That was very dodgy. So here, I like the fact that he goes for this left wall. Obviously, it's just freshly built. He can slide that in, but what a pre-fire from this guy, by the way. Shark does manage to get the thingy. I think I don't know if he tried to reset the wall, but he ended up missing. Gets his own box. This guy's a psycho. This guy must be on controller, by the way. The fact that he Shark re-peaked that is crazy. I think he would not do that against a pro. That would be insane. Use the tree to peek is nice, but re-peek that, and that guy with a mythic tack or gold hit like a 26. I swear, being able to do shit like this must be so fun. Look at this. This guy's getting absolutely packed dead. That must be so fun to be able to do that. I don't know if the game would just get boring, but like, I swear playing a solo cash cup, if you could do that, would just be so fun. Like, I can literally do that. He almost died again. He didn't want to switch to his pistol there because he didn't want to get blown back by the effect of it, I'm pretty sure. But like, surely doing that would be like, if you... Man. Anyway, I'm not just trying to sound depressed that I'm not killing anyone in a game like that. The odd creative clip, sure, but like a solo cash cup, if you could actually kill people, that'd be so good. All right. Waiting for him to rotate. Easy kills with a pistol because it's absolutely broken. Player up on the wall. Nice shot. Builds up. Drops down, gets the cone in, drops below, but doesn't manage to get the wall. Full piece on the rotate. Shoots himself back into Storm, grabs the fish, gets the dash, jumps to front side. 3 guys left. Full front side. I was going to say he's not just 100% WK'd, but yeah, I'm just lying. He absolutely is. Everyone's above him now. Oh, I was going to say everyone's above him so he can pop the big, but that's not actually true. Big Unk Stevens not. Covers his tops because he knows there's 2 other players around. Good awareness that there's a bunch of other players at the same time. That guy just edits on his face. Luckily, he was holding forward to get in. Another fish popped, trying to get every kill possible. Nice. Big bang. Oh, no ammo. Unfortunately, no ammo there. That guy's just lost. Gets that one. 1 more left. Pickaxe is down. Flex noob. Dead. 27 bomb. I'll be honest. I want to be able to piece like that in game, but I'm never going to be able to. Shark's crazy. Highest elim so far. I'm sure coming to finals, he's going to win. I was going to say a lot of money, but there's only 3 games for $200 each. He'll win a game. If he doesn't win a game, I'll be shocked. Like, subscribe, use code RUSUB. Peace.